Welcome to this week's Open Thread. Fuck it. Alright guys, if you don't want to be in on this topic, this is a controversial topic happening even though it kind of shouldn't be. Just go. Just fucking go. You're gonna hear political commentary in this video. If you do not want that from us, that's fine. That is totally fine. If you don't want to hear from this pinko liberal what he thinks about this whole situation, carry on your day, man. Just just watch us deep fry some shit at the end of this week, coming up week, okay? Colin Kaepernick is a douchebag. Parentheses, but that doesn't make him wrong. So, we have some crossover with football fans, and this story blew up anyway, so you might have heard about it. At a recent football game, a preseason game, where, like, already half the audience is watching it anyways, Colin Kaepernick decided to exercise some political speech, some of his freedoms, and sit down through the playing of the national anthem. Like, right after that, nobody really cared. Nobody said anything. Nobody even fucking noticed. Until the story was picked up, like, an hour after the game ended by some like, news talk or a sports talk show or something, or radio show, I think. And they decided to make a big deal out of it. Because, holy shit, we can rile up the troops this way. Hopefully you're still following me here, folks, and you haven't gone immediately to the comments to rail against my opinion here. Which I'm sure some of you are already doing, but that's alright. One thing I would like to start out with is sort of batting down all the immediate, like, if you hate this country, get out of it, people. There is not just good, just evil, just right, just wrong. There are levels here, people. Think about that argument applied to any sort of poor point in history that we've had as a country from the very beginning. Sorry, Native Americans, you don't like us taking your land? Get the fuck out. Sorry, Africans, you don't like being slaves? Hey, get the fuck out. Yeah, hey, women who would like to vote, sorry, get the fuck out. Guess what? If you don't like somebody exercising their right not to stand at the national anthem, get the fuck out. See? You can spin it right around, and I look just as stupid arguing that point as you do. Not a good argument. Now, there is a sort of point people can make about it not being the correct situation. I can totally understand you from that angle. It's his job to go play football. He gets paid millions of dollars to go play a game in front of people to entertain them. And I can understand that people would be like, I just want to watch entertainment. Much like you watching this video right now getting angry that I'm on a political rant. But the thing is, when else is he going to have that kind of audience? If it's just some random guy you've never heard of, everybody's just going to ignore it. It's going to get lost in the noise. Nothing will get heard. Nothing will be discussed. Which is why I also decided to do this video. It's easy to try to run away from these controversial topics. But sometimes if you have the audience, you just have to throw it out there because there's no other way. A dialogue is going to happen. Another argument I hear, it's the sort of like rah-rah American exceptionalism argument of you're turning your back on all those soldiers that went to go fight for your rights. How dare you do that? You know what other right they also fought for? Is his right not to stand during that anthem. I would say, and I would hope, that anybody who has fought for this country would understand the full breadth of rights they're fighting for. The rights to question your government, to question the status quo, to fight for minorities, to not be persecuted by the government for it. Yeah. You can be persecuted in the realm of public opinion, and that's all obviously happening, but that's okay, that can happen. I think he raises a point that a lot of people don't like to hear, that the world they live in isn't the world. Your personal experience is not the experience. Your brain itself has ways of filtering your experiences to make it better for you in most situations. Like, it's just not reality. People have different experiences than you. Some people have a really shitty experience living in this country. So why Why do I think Colin Kaepernick is getting such a bad rap here? I think it's because, number one, he's kind of a douchebag. And what I mean by that is his personality thus far and his actions thus far in his career in football come across as douchish. The things he says, his arrogance, just the way he treats and handles situations. You could even say the way he handled this one. Like, he could have been much more politically savvy about the way he worded what point he was trying to make, but he wasn't, because he's incapable of it. And I'm in the same fucking boat. I'm probably not coming across very eloquent in this fucking video, but I'm trying my best here. And the problem is that when somebody who is perceived in this light tries to make any sort of point, everybody just casts it aside. They use the ad hominem attacks of, oh, he's a douchebag, therefore he can never have a point, therefore get out. Just because somebody is a jerk, just because you don't like them, doesn't mean they are incapable of making an actual point. Just because maybe you don't like the guy doesn't mean you get to dismiss what he said or what he's trying to say. I mean, sure you can, but that in turn actually makes you the douchebag, not Colin Kaepernick. Another point about this is sort of the hilarity of the short memories of people. I've seen people who have retweeted posts from the same person. Originally, here's people like, I can't believe Muhammad Ali died today. We lost a legend. And then a tweet from recently from the same person going, Colin Kaepernick should get the fuck out of America because he won't stand for the national anthem. That's fucking mind-blowing to me. That's how quickly we can forget who these people really are and what they stood for. Just fucking look up what Muhammad Ali stood for. Just do it. See what he went through. See what people said about him when he was making political arguments. People just want to see their entertainers be fucking marionettes dancing along for them and not hear anything else. But I'm sorry, entertainers are people too. They have opinions. And the thing is, they have the audience. So every once in a while, you're going to hear from them. This one, I think, deserved a little bit of time because it covers something that I think about a lot, and that's the whole American exceptionalism argument, and how America is obviously the greatest country in the world, and you absolutely cannot ever question, when that's the whole fucking point. That's the whole fucking point in this country, is that we are allowed to question our leaders and our rulers, and say, hey, guess what? You're not doing a good job. You're not doing it good enough. We should be the ideal. We should be able to say that. And in this kind of situation, I think it's obvious that we have some work to put in. Because while he shouldn't necessarily be lauded for what he did, people should be comfortable with what he did. People should be reasonable enough to assess the situation and go, okay, I can see from his standpoint why he would want to do this. And not just go, get the fuck out. We are so defeatist these days. We are so quick to just judge and give up. We are so quick to give up these days. And you know what? That's my one main point here, is that anybody arguing that, hey, you don't like it, get the fuck out, you are giving up. You are giving up on the discourse here. That's sort of, I guess, the long-winded whatever the hell I'm trying to do here is. I just want people to be reasonable about situations. And I don't really have a question for you this week. If you have a take on this topic, and I'm sure you do, go ahead and post it in the comments. We're going to have some good dialogue. We're going to have some terrible dialogue. That's just how it goes here, folks. So, what I encourage you is, if you see somebody who's actually trying to make a point, who's actually trying to have a dialogue about this, especially if they have an opinion that's different than yours, interact with that person, and interact with them in a rational manner, in a way that we can come to new understandings. And that's all I encourage, and it probably won't happen. There's just going to be fucking name-calling and yelling and whatever else, and that's really the problem in this country. And on an ending note here, I can't believe, as a Seattle Seahawks fan, I am recording a video defending Colin Kaepernick. How
dare you?
How dare you, Colin Kaepernick, make me do this? That's what I'm really offended about. Not him not standing for the anthem. Alright, so I'm sorry for the diatribe. If that's not your style and you're getting a shout out in this video, I'm sorry.
You'll never know.
I'll find the point in the video that the shoutouts actually begin, and at the beginning of the video I'll have like a little thing at the bottom say skip to this time to go to the shoutouts. Our first shoutout going to Trippy's Reviews. He wanted a shout out with Wero and Loafy, and I'm sorry to tell you that Loafy will probably never be in an open thread because I always film these on Sunday, and Loafy's never over on Sunday. So, yeah. Sorry.
You're lucky to get me in them.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, we're pretty close here. That's half of your request. Cheers. Shout out going to Sugar Free Daddy. That's an interesting name. Who lives in Arizona. Holy crap. Sorry about your weather, bro. I give you a Monster Mimosa shout out. Got another shout out happening, and it's going to Axel Royale. Royal? Axel Royal? I don't know. Whatever. Here's your shout out. Thomas Leibold. Here's a shout out for you and your dog, Dory. Cheers. How's it going, Dory? You're a good dog. You're a good dog. Papyrus Dylan Duffy, I'm sorry you cannot get a shout out from Loafy for reasons stated previously, but I hope this one is okay. Sorry. Cheers. A shout out to Jonah and his bacon tattoo. That's pretty cool. Bacon. I had bacon for breakfast. It's good shit. Cheers. We have another shout out, and this one's going to Brian and his daughter Abigail, who are pretty recent subscribers, it seems. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching the show. Really appreciate it. Sorry you had to get a shout out on a political rant, but there it is. Cheers. And our final shout out going to Harambe and his newborn son Isaac. This Harambe thing has really just taken off recently, and it's weird the delay. The actual event and where we are currently with all these fucking memes. To you, Harambe. Cheers. Alright, that wraps it up for shoutouts this week. If you would like a shoutout next week with a very non-political video that week, for sure, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. It just might happen. You never know. As always, this is Open Thread, so if there's something else you would like to talk about in the comments down below, go for it. It might even be a better idea in this situation. Oh, hey, at least, like, no more than a couple thousand people will ever see this video, so there's that. That's all I have for this week, guys. Please go relax. I honestly encourage you to think about this topic, and if you're one of the people with that instant negative reaction, just sort of dwell on that. Dwell on why you have that kind of reaction, and be honest with yourself. Be truly honest with yourself. It does not hurt to try to come to a better understanding of why you are who you are and why you have the opinions you have. You don't have to agree with other people. I would just ask that you understand yourself and why you feel the way you do. If nothing else, that is a great starting point. Now, let's forget all this heavy shit. Go have a Sunday fun day. You know what? Go out to dinner. Treat yourself. Treat yourself good. Go buy yourself something pretty. Life's too short. Life's too short to be angry at things. Especially what a football player did. Yeah, just don't be angry, alright? Okay. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for watching. And, hey, you're cute.